Hello everybody and welcome to hole number 6, a par 4 of the Nordic Fjords for Heroes of Rock tournament, playing from front tee, which is rookie division. Video sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic. And before we start, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, also subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. You can get the ultimate tournament guide for Pro, Expert and Master, and check out our guides through the link to Patreon that is in the description down below. You will see two options here. One where we do play with more or less like one of the most common free-to-play balls, which is in this that we will end up to play with a katana. The katana here is lovely due to its 3 side spin. Also the power 2 will obviously be helpful, especially if you do have a crosswind. If you do have a headwind here, I would strongly advise you to play with a power 3 ball to make sure that you're not going to have to use that much overpower. Aim so you have the second bounce to be just above the rough, and here to have in mind, I only play with 4.5 bar topspin. If you can use more topspin than that, please do so, because using more topspin is definitely going to help you to reach further on the fairway above the water. Max plus 10 adjustment, half a ball of curl to the right. You can see we bounce on the fairway over to the second fairway and position ourselves up here for a short iron towards the pin. Now, pick the short iron that you feel the most comfortable with. In my book, that is the Thorn. I'm checking where max distance of my club are. I'm checking where minimum distance of my club are. And here you have a decision to make. I go for the dunk. Obviously, that is something that you don't have to do if you don't want to. This is only a play for those of you that feel comfortable with that. If you don't feel comfortable with the dunk, then you do as normal. You bounce on the fairway before the green to roll the ball towards the pin. The beauty with a dunk is that you're taking away the effect after the first bounce, because you're not going to have a first bounce. And with the Thorn, as you can use max backspin, even if you miss the dunk, you will still hit the fairway. You will then backspin to make sure that you still are on green for a simple putt if you do miss with the dunk. Again, it's up to you to play whatever way you want, but the dunk is an option, as it's that bounce up towards the pin. 10% elevation is what we're using, and true club distance. For those of you that do have the possibility to play with a power 5 ball, which you can play in for free in the golden shot like a berserker, or obviously if you have invested money in the game, pay close look to the option number 2 for hole number 6. For option number 2, here it is important that you pick the driver that do have the most power possible. Also that you do have tailwind, because if you don't have tailwind, this shot is going to be impossible, because you're going to go into the water every single time. So, berserker ball is the ball. I'm using 4.5 bar topspin and 1 bar of side spin to the left. Stretch out your target so you see the first bounce on the fairway above the water. Once you have found that spot, you're going to adjust max plus 10. Push up to max, make sure that the ball guideline is pointing straight up, otherwise you would push up in an angle, and that's never going to be good. Max overpower, no curl, try to hit perfect. Obviously a great ball, especially to the right, will end up into the rough or sand. Great ball to the left may be safe, but the idea here is to get the ball to be as close to the green as possible, like this. Because from here, you're going to have a short wedge to pin. And I'm picking the skewer because that's the best wedge that I do have. If you do have a wedge that do not have a good ball guideline, meaning that you don't see the rollout, make sure to leave the ball guideline short, because otherwise you will come in hot. And if you come in hot, then you have a risk of hitting the pin and bounce out, or you just roll over the hole. No spin, true distance, 20% elevation if you want to go into those details. But when there is wedges like this that is so short, for me, I just eyeball it, but making sure that I have the ball guideline short so I don't come in too hot. Video sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic. Thank you so much for watching, and good luck in the Heroes of Rock tournament.